Dear student, welcome to my channel Munu Chemistry. Today we will discuss a very important topic, that is equivalent mass. We already know atomic mass, molecular mass, but what is the necessary of equivalent mass? Why we will use equivalent mass? So before calculation, we need to know what is the requirement, but why actually we use equivalent mass. Let us take one example. I am writing here N2 plus H2 arrow mark NH3. If anybody asks that how many parts of nitrogen combine with how many parts of hydrogen, then without knowing the complete information of a equation or without balancing the equation, we cannot say how many parts of nitrogen will combine with how many parts of hydrogen to give ammonia. So, to overcome this problem, equivalent mass concept is introduced. That is, we can say, instead of balancing the equation, I can write here 1 gram equivalent of nitrogen combined with 1 gram equivalent of hydrogen. Or in general we can say, suppose A plus B gives product. We don't know the product. Then at that time we can say 1 gram equivalent of A combines with 1 gram equivalent of B. Without knowing the complete information of a reaction, I can write or I can say any equation 1 gram equivalent of A combined with 1 gram equivalent of B or 1 gram equivalent of C. Then what is the meaning of 1 gram equivalent? 1 gram equivalent is nothing but equivalent mass. 1 gram is nothing but equivalent mass. Then how to write or how to calculate equivalent mass? To calculate equivalent mass, we must know how to calculate molecular mass. And for calculation of molecular mass, we must know atomic mass. We memorize at least the atomic number 30, till 30. From hydrogen to zinc, we must remember. Otherwise, we cannot calculate equivalent mass. So, I am writing here the formula. Equivalent mass is equal to molecular mass divided by X. What is X? Now, X in case of acid is number of basicity. Basicity is nothing but how many H plus will be removed. How many H plus ion is removed in aqueous solution. That is called basicity. We know acid, which one donates H plus ion in aqueous solution is called acid. So number of H plus ion is called basicity. In case of base, we can say X is acidity. So we know according to Arrhenius concept what is base. Now which donates OH minus is called base. So acidity is nothing but number of OH minus is called acidity. In case of a salt, X is number of a positive charge. Number of positive charge present in a metal. In a salt, we must know a metal is present, and metal is electropositive in nature. So how many positive present? That is X. Let us take example. I am writing here. Calculate the equivalent mass of sulfuric acid H2SO4. Then sulfuric acid, so I can write H2SO4. If we break it, then we can write 2H plus SO4 2 minus. Then here we can see number of H plus ion removed is 2. That means basicity is 2, or X is equal to 2. And we can calculate equivalent mass. So molecular mass of sulfuric acid we can calculate. One atom of hydrogen, atomic mass is 1. Here H2 means atomic mass is 2. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32. And here one sulfur is present. Then we can write 32. And atomic mass of oxygen is 16, and here 4 numbers of oxygen is there, that is 64. Divided by X. X means number of basicity or number of H plus ion removed, that is 2, divided by 2. It is very simple. Then sum it. 4 to 6 to 8, 6, 3, 98 divided by 2, that is 49 gram equivalent. Hence, the molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98, but 49 is equivalent mass. Similarly, we can take one base. Suppose calcium hydroxide, CaOH2. So equivalent mass we can write the molecular mass. Calcium is 40, 2O and 2H, that is 32 plus 2 divided by X. Here X nothing but number of H plus ion removed. So number of OH minus removed. So how many OH minus is there? Now we can write Ca2 plus, and we know that one OH contains one negative. That means to balance 2 positive and 2 negative, so here we can write 2. So 2 OH minus will be removed. That means number of acidity is 2. So we can write here 2. Calculate it. 2 to 4, 4, 3, 7, 74 divided by 2. So that is 37 gram equivalent. Similarly, we can calculate one salt. Suppose Al2SO4 whole 3, aluminium sulfate. Then here which one is metal? Who can say? That is aluminium. So if we write or break the molecule, I can write. Everybody knows that aluminium contains 3 plus. So Al 3 plus, and sulfate ion contains 2 minus. So 3 positive and 2 negative. How to balance it? Why we balance? Because Al to SO4 3 is a molecule, and we know that molecule is electrically neutral. That means number of a positive must be equal to number of negative. So here 3 positive, then we multiply 2, that is 6 positive, and here I multiply 3, then 6 positive and 6 negative. That means total X here is 6. 6 positive means X here is 6. Then we can calculate equivalent mass. So we know that the aluminum is atomic mass is 27. That is, how many aluminum is there? Not 2. So 2 into 27 plus S 32. How many? 3. O 4 into 3. That is 12. So 12 into 60 divided by 6. If we sum it, it will come 342 divided by 6. That is 57 gram equivalent. Hence we can write the equivalent mass of aluminum sulfate is 57. Similarly, we can calculate the equivalent mass of iron also. That means, let us take one example. Suppose write the equivalent mass of a sulfate ion. Equivalent mass of sulfate ion. Then how we calculate? Here equivalent mass formula will be molecular mass divided by the number of a charge present on ion. Number of charge, either positive or negative. Here sulfate contains 2 negative charge. That means X here is 2. So let us calculate the molecular mass. SO4, sulfate 32, oxygen 16 into 4, 64, divided by X is 2. So total 96 divided by 2, that is 48. So also we can calculate the equivalent mass of ion. We can calculate also the equivalent mass of atom. That means, let us calculate the equivalent mass of aluminum. Then how we will calculate? Now here will be formula. Equivalent mass is equal to, instead of writing molecular mass, I will write atomic mass, because I am taking an atom, aluminum. So atomic mass divided by, here you see valency, that is X, we can write it valency. So atomic mass I know that 27 divided by valency. Valency means combining capacity. That means how many bonds can form a atom. That is, here aluminum form 3 bonds, or valency is 3. That means combining capacity. That is, if you calculate 27 by 3, that is 9 gram equivalent. So here we can calculate like that equivalent mass. Salt, acid, base, ions, atoms. And other methods are there. I will update in next video. Thank you.